It's 3:17 in the morning. The room is silent. A person sleeps peacefully beneath warm blankets, completely unaware that something has emerged from the darkness. Not a monster, not a burglar, something far older. Something that has hunted humans for thousands of years. Hidden within the folds of fabric, inside cracks no wider than a credit card, a predator begins its nightly routine. It doesn't roar, it doesn't chase, it waits, patiently, for the perfect moment. The insect is called a bedbug, and despite its tiny size, it possesses one of the most specialized hunting strategies in the natural world. It is a parasite engineered by evolution to feed on sleeping humans. Tonight, it will locate exposed skin, pierce it with surgical precision, drink blood for several minutes, and retreat back into hiding, often without its victim ever waking up. The most disturbing part? For many infestations, the victim may not even know the attack happened until days later. No warning, no pain, no sound, just an invisible predator operating under the cover of darkness. And by the time you realize it's there may already be hundreds. To understand why bedbugs are so effective at finding us, we have to travel back thousands of years, long before cities, long before beds, long before civilization itself. Scientists believe the ancestors of modern bedbugs originally lived inside caves. But humans weren't their first targets. Bats were. These early parasites evolved alongside colonies of sleeping bats, emerging at night to feed before disappearing into cracks in the rock. Then, something changed. Humans arrived. Early hunter-gatherers began seeking shelter in the very same caves. For the parasites, a new food source had appeared, warm, hairless, predictable, and available every night. Before we continue diving into the dark world of these ancient parasites, if you want to uncover the fascinating, hidden science behind the world's most resilient pests and predators, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on your notifications so you never miss an analytical breakdown, and let us know in the comments if you've ever had a run-in with these nightmare hitchhikers. Over generations, natural selection favored insects capable of feeding on human blood. A host switch occurred. And once that happened, our relationship with bedbugs became permanent. They followed us everywhere, through every major chapter of human history. Evidence suggests bedbugs plagued ancient civilizations including Egypt and Greece. Archaeologists have discovered traces of these insects in ancient settlements dating back thousands of years. As humans built houses, bedbugs adapted. As humans built cities, bedbugs expanded. As humans traveled across continents, bedbugs traveled too. Merchant ships carried them, caravans carried them, railroads carried them, and eventually, airplanes carried them. For a brief period during the mid-20th century, widespread insecticide use dramatically reduced their numbers in many countries. Some experts believed the battle was nearly won. They were wrong. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, infestations began exploding across the globe. Increased international travel, growing insecticide resistance, and densely populated urban environments created ideal conditions for a comeback. Today, bedbugs are found on nearly every continent where humans live. Not because they're strong, not because they're fast, but because they have spent thousands of years mastering one thing: us. The true horror of bedbugs isn't their appearance, it's their design. Every feature of their anatomy serves a single purpose: finding blood and taking it without being detected. Their feeding apparatus functions like a miniature biological syringe. When a bedbug bites, it inserts specialized mouthparts through the skin. Then, it injects saliva containing a remarkable chemical cocktail. One component acts as an anticoagulant. This prevents blood from clotting during feeding. Another component helps reduce the likelihood that the sleeping host notices the bite immediately. The result is terrifyingly effective. A feeding session can last several minutes while the victim remains asleep, but their biology becomes even more impressive and more disturbing. A hungry bedbug is incredibly thin. Its flattened body allows it to squeeze into spaces barely visible to the human eye, behind headboards, inside electrical outlets, beneath loose wallpaper, within furniture joints, anywhere darkness and shelter exist. During daylight hours, they remain hidden, motionless, waiting. Then, guided by body heat, carbon dioxide, and human presence, they emerge. Imagine surviving months without food. Most animals cannot. Bedbugs can. Under favorable conditions, some individuals have been documented surviving for extremely long periods without feeding. This extraordinary endurance allows infestations to persist even when rooms appear abandoned, a vacant apartment, an unused guest room, a storage unit. The insects may simply wait, patiently conserving energy until a host returns. Even reproduction seems designed for persistence. A single fertile female can contribute to the growth of an infestation over time. Eggs are deposited in hidden locations, protected from casual inspection. The young hatch, feed, molt, and repeat the cycle, all while remaining largely invisible. The nightmare isn't that bedbugs are aggressive. The nightmare is that they're efficient. Evolution has transformed them into stealth specialists, and most people never notice them until their numbers have already multiplied. So how do you catch a creature that specializes in remaining unseen? You look for the clues it leaves behind. Every infestation creates a trail if you know where to look. The first clue is often found along mattress piping and seams. Tiny dark spots, almost like someone touched the fabric with a fine black marker. These spots are bedbug fecal deposits, a warning sign that feeding activity is occurring nearby. The second clue is stranger and somehow more unsettling discarded skins. As bedbugs grow, they shed their outer exoskeletons. These translucent shells accumulate near hiding places like ghostly evidence from an invisible population. Then there's the odor. In severe infestations, some people describe a sweet, musty scent. Not everyone notices it, but experienced pest professionals often recognize it immediately. Perhaps the most important lesson is this: infestations are not caused by poor hygiene. Bedbugs don't care whether a home is spotless or cluttered. They care about access to blood, nothing else. And that's what makes them such effective hitchhikers. A single insect can hide in luggage, inside a backpack, within used furniture, or even folded clothing. A traveler spends one night in an infested hotel room. The insect climbs into a suitcase. Days later, it emerges inside a completely different city, a completely different home, and the infestation begins again. The good news? Bedbugs can be defeated. The bad news? Many common solutions make the problem worse. Let's separate myth from reality. One of the biggest mistakes is using total release foggers, often called bug bombs. While they may kill exposed insects, bedbugs hidden inside walls and furniture frequently survive. Even worse, the disturbance can drive them deeper into hiding, spreading the infestation. Professional eradication relies on targeted science, not panic. One proven approach involves modern residual insecticides specifically designed for bedbug control. Products commonly used by professionals and informed pest managers include formulations such as Crossfire and Alpine WSG. These treatments create lethal contact zones where bedbugs travel and hide. Proper application is critical. The goal is precision, not saturation. Another highly effective weapon is heat, and heat exploits a fundamental biological weakness. When temperatures exceed approximately 122 degrees Fahrenheit or 50 degrees Celsius, bedbugs and their eggs cannot survive prolonged exposure. Professional heat remediation systems raise entire rooms to lethal temperatures. Furniture, mattresses, wall voids, everything reaches the kill zone. It's essentially turning the infestation's hiding place into an oven. But eradication doesn't end there. Physical containment remains essential. Mattress encasements trap hidden insects and eliminate future hiding spots. Interceptor traps beneath bed legs help monitor activity. Regular inspections catch problems before they become disasters. And when traveling, inspect hotel mattresses. Keep luggage elevated. Avoid placing suitcases directly on beds. Examine used furniture before bringing it indoors. Small habits can prevent enormous problems. The truth is that bedbugs are among humanity's oldest companions. They shared our caves, crossed our oceans, traveled our roads, and followed us into the modern world. But understanding them changes everything, because the most dangerous predator is not the one you fear, It's the one you never see. Tonight, before you go to sleep, you may find yourself checking the mattress seams just one more time. Inspect, detect, eliminate.